eyelids closed and just begin to go deep, deep within the terrain of the body. And now we're going to just count the breath to 6 counts, Ujjayi, in and out through the nose. And I invite you, as you do this breath, to do a very subtle cat and cow. But it's so subtle that if somebody was next to you, they won't even notice that you're doing it. So inhale, you lengthen the spine and you lift the heart up. And then on an exhale, just a gentle tuck in the pelvis, that mula bandha, that lower pelvic floor, locking the energy in. The perineum muscle contracts. And then Uddiyana bandha, you lock the abdominal muscles, you pull the belly button in. And then the third lock is the throat lock, Jalandhara bandha. You just slightly tuck the chin in, you lock the throat. So 3 locks, pelvic floor, abdominal, and throat. On the exhale, you lock the energy in. Without tensing, again, we're practicing increasing the flow of life force energy in your body. And we never increase the flow by force. We increase it by allowing, by holding space for it. And I'm going to guide you through all of this. It's going to be in and out through the nose. For the count of 6, we inhale, and for the count of 6, we exhale, and then we retain the breaths in between. Here we go. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, soften, relax. And as you exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a gentle pause. And if you want to do the perineum lock, the lower pelvic lock, the abdominal lock, and the throat lock very gently, go ahead and do that. And we keep going. Inhale through the nose, Ujjayi, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Opening the chest, the heart. And then exhale the opposite. Get empty for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lock the energy in. Let that medicine work in your body. Mula bandha, Uddiyana, Jalandhara. 3 locks. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhale gently for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lock the energy in. Pelvic floor, abdominal, and throat. Now release those locks. Lengthen the spine. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, open the body, open the chest. And then exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the energy in, lock it in. Last one. Inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, hold, soften, relax. Easy does it. Exhale, get empty for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you empty the breath, hold the breath, lock it in. And then take a big, nice inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let go. Maybe make a sigh sound. Keeping the eyes closed, staying completely within, contained in your own body. Noticing how it feels. To give the mind just one thing to focus on, one thing to do. creating that state of wholeness, of homeostasis, harmony, a state of flow. And from here, blink the eyes open and come into a child's pose. Come onto your hands and knees, bringing the big toes together to connect. And open up the knees a little wider than your torso, resting your third eye onto the mat. Bring a gentle bend in the elbows and spin your palms to face the sky. Just that gesture of receptivity. Dropping your head lower than your heart. Allowing your heart to be elevated, the seed of the soul lifting up. Taking charge, living from this place of inspiration, allowing your heart to lead the way, to guide you, inspire you, and fuel you. And from here, slowly plant the hands firmly onto the earth. Bring yourself up into a tabletop position, coming onto your hands and knees. And from here, go ahead and tuck your left toes under and slide your left knee a little bit back behind you as much as you can. And then uncurl your left toes. And take your right foot and place it between the hands for a moment. So just opening up the left quad and opening up the right hamstring as we prepare for our sleeping swan pose. Just take a moment, take a full breath in and a full breath out. If you have blocks or props or a pillow, go ahead and grab them. As you begin to heel toe the foot all the way towards that left hand, drop the knee towards the right hand, pausing there for a moment, stay here, maybe plant your hands in front of you a little bit and lift the chest up, bringing it into a back bend. If you want to place that block underneath your right hip, feel free to do so. And even if you can sink your hips all the way down to the mat, I invite you to not do that, to keep that pelvic lift, to keep a little buoyancy in the inner thighs and the inner groin muscles, just keeping your vital energy within you. And lifting your heart maybe a little bit higher. For some of you, you can stay just right here, and this is a great place to stay. Or you can begin to lower onto your elbows. And can you wrap that outer left hip down to face the earth? Keeping your hip bones squared so you're not dumping and overcompensating too much to one side. So can you also draw your right hip back towards the back of the space? And just finding that integrity in the pose so we never compromise the alignment, the posture, just to get deep into the pose. It's not about getting deep. Your goal is not to sink your hips all the way down. Your goal is to create space in the right hip, and we do that by proper alignment. And if that means you stay completely upright, that's okay. If that means that you place a block or even two blocks underneath your hips, that's the right way to do it, to protect your hip joint, to protect your lower back, your spine. This practice is about longevity, it's about well-being, it's not about aesthetics and how it looks like. Once you find your alignment and you find that sweet spot that only you can feel in your body, only you know, when you're at that right place, that balance between stira and sukha, between ease and strength. Once you find that spot, that balance. Come back to the breath, that flow of breath. Coming back to the intention that you set for your practice. What is it that you are manifesting in your life, in your existence? You wrote it down, maybe it's in front of you, you're looking at it. Allow it to become part of you. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, it's already available to you. It's part of you, it exists within you. Otherwise, you won't even desire it. And when we show up on our mat day in and day out and you water these seeds, they come to life. What you focus on grows. And if you're focusing on fear, if you're focusing on negativity, gossip, jealousy, anger, insecurity, then that's what's going to continue to grow in your life. And when you focus on love and abundance and benevolent qualities and generosity and kindness, that's what will grow. You attract people and circumstances and events that allow these qualities to become your reality. Breathe in fully. And from here, slowly begin to lift your chest up. If you came onto your elbows, and then what we're going to do is you're just going to lean over to your right hip and you're going to swing that left leg out in front of you. Straighten the left leg and also straighten the right leg. Take a moment, hands behind you, fingertips pointing to the side, and just bring a little movement, a little shimmy in the legs, let the blood kind of flow. Finding that dandasana, finding that straight spine. If you want to move your hips back a little bit, finding length here. We're going to keep the right leg straight. We're going to give it a break, allowing the blood to flow in the right leg. Can you bend your left knee and slide the sole of the left foot flat on the mat? Hug the thigh into the chest and use the leg to lift your chest a little higher. Take an inhale. Now on an exhale, you're going to lift your left leg and cross it over the right thigh. Begin to heel toe, the left foot all the way to the right until the left knee drops over the right thigh. Curling the right toes, spinning all 5 right toes to face the sky. Now you can stay here with an upright spine. This is a great place to stay, and it's already a very deep, deep stretch. For those of you who want to circle the arms up to the sky, go ahead and do so and take a big inhale. Now on an exhale, fold and hinge from the crease of the hips, drawing the heart forward. And it can be a very gentle fold. It doesn't need to be deep. Feeling the sensations behind the right leg. Also feeling the sensations in the left hip. And then always coming back to the breath, coming back home. Breathing in, you're breathing in. And breathing out, you're breathing out. Can you soften? Can you open? Can you create space? So your body becomes this beautiful, fertile garden that becomes a host for the seeds that you're planting, for what you're manifesting, joy, safety, creativity, flexibility, love, compassion, relationships, power, self-esteem, confidence, love, expression, creativity, knowledge, wisdom. Throughout humanity, all people want is love. All these things, they fall under the umbrella of love. Every human being has fears, and every human being wants to be loved. Those are the only two real motives and drives behind any decision you make. You're either taking action from a place of fear, or you're taking action from a place of love. And so can you starve the fear until it becomes so weak? And can you feed the love until it becomes so dominant and so strong in every decision you make, leading your life from a place of love? And so if you want to stay here, stay here. For those of you who want to come to an upright position, you're just going to lean over to the right a little bit, and you're going to bend that right knee, hug that right ankle in, and we come to full shoelace pose or seated cow. Placing your hands on the soles of the feet, finding length in the spine. Take an inhale and exhale. Placing your right hand over your left thigh, go ahead and reach your left arm up to the sky. Find length in the left side body. Take an inhale, and on an exhale, bring it into a gentle twist, resting your left fingertips behind you and maybe looking over that left shoulder. Can you draw the shoulders down towards the earth, relaxing the ears, relaxing the neck, maybe closing the eyes. Finding that stability, sitting even on both hips, keeping your head above your shoulders and your shoulders right above your hips, a straight line from tailbone to the crown of the head. See how still, how quiet you can be. Give it one last squeeze here. Look forward. Unravel yourself. And we're going to switch hands. Left hand over left thigh. Right fingertips by your side on the earth. Can you crawl the fingertips a little bit to the right? A gentle bend in the right elbow. Maybe you even grab a block and you place your forearm on that block and begin to lean to the right, using your left hip as an anchor, allowing your left hip to ground into Mother Earth. As you begin to just open up the left side of the body, bringing your right chin closer to your right shoulder, so you even open up the left side of your neck. Can you become so light, so still, that you become a magnet, like a still flower that attracts all the butterflies and all the bees. The flower doesn't chase anything. The flower attracts, and nature comes to it. And so when we make that shift from chasing, from grinding, from hustling, to being, to attracting, to allowing, things begin to happen in ways that you never ever could have imagined. It is the law of nature. From here, slowly begin to lift yourself up, release what you have, and just lean back and straighten your legs out in front of you. Keep the knees bent here for a moment, feet flat, and just do a gentle windshield wiper with the legs. Just even these subtle, gentle movements are so healing for the hips. You're circulating the hip into the hip socket. It's almost like oiling up a machine. You're just getting all the fluid and blood and oxygen to flow into the hip joint. And can you be fully present to the experience instead of wondering what's next? And from here, go ahead and just swing your legs to one side. Find your way to tabletop position. And we do the same thing on the other side. Begin by sliding that right knee a little bit back behind you. And then taking your left foot right between your hands. Pause for a moment. See if you can draw the heart forward. Stretch that right quad and open up the left hamstring. Take a full inhale. And on an exhale, begin to heel toe the foot all the way to the right, dropping the knee to the left, maybe sliding that right knee a little bit back behind you. Plant your hands in front of you. If you want to grab blocks underneath that left hip or even the right quad, you can place one block under the hip and one block under the quad. Lift the chest up for a moment. Take an inhale, look up, gentle back bend. And then option to lower onto your elbows, one elbow at a time. Or maybe even you lower all the way down. And same thing here. Can you bring your awareness to the inner edge of your right thigh? And can you spiral that up to the ceiling? And can you bring your awareness to the outer edge of the right thigh? And can you spiral that down to the earth? And notice how this movement opens up the left hip even more. Coming back to that intention that you wrote in your journal or on your paper that you're trying to manifest, using the words I am, the most powerful words in our existence. These are the words of creation. So whatever you plug in after I am, that's what you become, that's what you manifest in your life. So be very, very careful. If that is something negative, a lot of people say, oh, I'm such a loser, oh, I'm so stupid, oh, I'm mortified, oh, I'm worthless. And these are probably stories that somebody labeled you in that way and you carried it and you believed it for all your life. And the more you say that, the more it becomes your reality. And so today, can you make a decision that I am worthy, I am enough, I am valuable, I am powerful, I am love, I am wise, I am intelligent, I am creative, I am resourceful, And keep reinforcing these affirmations over and over again until they become your new habitual frequency. They become your new thought pattern, your new way of being in this world. I am the words of creation. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And slowly come on up a few lower down. Lift the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, you lean over to the left and you swing that right leg out in front of you, straightening both legs. Dandasana one more time, legs straight. Feel free to shimmy the legs. Bring that blood flow back into the legs. And this time keeping that left leg straight, giving it a break. As we bend the right knee, we hug it in to the chest, using it as leverage to find length in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, you cross the right foot over the left thigh, heel toe the foot, heel toe. Dropping that right knee gently over the left thigh. Inhale, circle the arms up. And exhale, a gentle hinge from the crease of the hips, drawing your heart forward. As if your heart was pulling you towards the right path. It's showing you the way. Your heart will tell you what feels good, what feels right, what feels authentic to you. And it will also let you know when you are being compromised, when you're steering off the path. And so listen to your heart. It knows. It will show you the way to whatever it is that you're trying to manifest in your life. And for some of you, you can stay right here, or option to lift your chest up, lean to the left, bend that left knee, coming into full shoelace pose, hands on feet. Find length in the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand on right thigh. Reach the right arm up big. Inhale. And exhale, bring it into a twist. Right fingertips behind you. Slight tuck in the chin. Unpressured, untensed. Relaxing your face muscles, your jaw, your tongue. Softening the eyes and the eyeballs. Breathing in, you're breathing in. Breathing out, you're breathing out. Give it one last squeeze. Looking forward and just unravel yourself. And switching hands, right hand over right thigh. If you want to grab that block, go ahead and place it underneath your left elbow. And just begin to lean to the left and open up the right side of the body. Left chin towards left shoulder, maybe look down, maybe close the eyes. Allowing your right hip to pull down towards the earth, opening up the right side of the body. Slowly bringing yourself up. And planting your hands behind you, releasing the legs for a moment here. Let's do one more. Windshield wiper, feet flat. Swing the legs to one side and look towards the opposite side. And then do the same thing on the other side. Beautiful, friends. And slowly come back to a tabletop position, swinging the legs. And let's go ahead and face the right side of your mat, or any side of your mat, right or left, but come onto your hands and knees and keep your knees onto the mat. And can you open up your knees as wide as you can and bring the big toes together? We're going to come into a child's pose, but see if you can open up your knees as wide as you can, a little bit wider than our normal child's pose, and then melt your forehead down onto the mat. Extend your arms forward so it's an active child's pose. Arms are straight, elbows are lifted, and hips are sinking down to the earth. And for some of us, this might be it. You can just stay right here. If you also need support, you can place a block underneath your forehead and another block underneath your hips. And if you want to take it into a frog pose, slowly begin to come onto your elbows and lift your hips up. And then begin to open up your feet a little wider than your knees. Make adjustments until it feels right. Maybe you open up your knees a little wider. Melt your heart down and look slightly ahead of your fingertips. So the chest is nice and open. The collarbones are spread wide. Breathe into the inner thighs. And I know this can be a very intense pose. We're not going to hold it for long. We're just warming up for the rest of the practice. So just breathe in, soften, open, relax. And if you feel that there's more room to open up the knees a little bit more, go ahead and do so. Sometimes the body takes a few moments to warm up, especially in these intense postures. So allow the body to open up organically when it's ready. Just a few more breaths here. You got it. You're witnessing the release of stress, of toxins from your body, making room for more of your natural light to flow back to you. And that light turns into a magnet, and it turns into your magnetic field, your electromagnetic signature, which is your vibe. Some people call it your aura. So breathing light and breathe out tension. Take one last full inhale and a full exhale out. And we're going to come out of this the same way we came in, back to that wide child's pose. So slowly begin to bring your toes back in together, hug the knees in, sink your hips down, rest your forehead all the way down. And slowly walk the hands in towards your chest, lifting yourself up. Hug the knees in for a moment. Just pause for a moment in a kneeling position. Allow the inner thighs to hug in, countering what you just did. from here, go ahead and come to a seat. So you're actually going to sit behind your mat and you're going to bring your legs into a straddle stretch. So go ahead and open up your legs as wide as you can. So your heels are kind of protected by the mat. So a little bit of cushion for the heels using the mat. And do what you need to do. Find a little tuck in the pelvis. So if you need to move the flesh of your buttocks, feel free to pull them out. If you want to sit on something, sitting on a block or sitting on a pillow really helps with that pelvis tilt. So you want your pelvis kind of tilted forward, avoiding any roundness in the lower back. Once you find your place here, you can stay right here. For some of you, this is it, and that's okay. Or circle the arms up, take a full inhale, and on an exhale, tilt your torso over to the right, and then hinge from the crease of the hips and fold over the right leg. So you can just gently rest your arms by either side of the legs and just look a little bit forward ahead of your right toes. This can be it. For those of you who want to go deeper, feel free to grab the foot with both hands, maybe even resting your forehead to your knee. Again, never pulling, never forcing. And if your knee is towards, your forehead is towards your knee, can you wrap the left side of your torso down towards the earth? And can you spiral the right side of the torso up to the sky? And it's a very subtle movement, but it makes a big, big difference in the lower back. Breathe in fully. Breathe out. Never holding the breath, relaxing the jaw, the tongue, the face. Practicing being calm in difficult situations. Take one last full inhale. And a long exhale. And slowly lift your chest up. Take a moment right at the center, upright spine. Full inhale. Long exhale. Circle the arms up, full inhale. And on an exhale, you twist to the left. Hinge from the crease of the hips and fold as much as you can to your degree. Find the variation that works for you. Maybe this side feels a little different. Our bodies are not symmetrical, and our job is not to get them to be symmetrical. Our job is to take care of our body, to honor just nature and how our bodies are designed. From here, begin to lift up, back to center. Inhale, circle both arms up to the sky. And on an exhale, fold forward as much as you can. Crawl the fingertips out in front of you. Curl the toes. Again, think about that you're melting your heart forward and out versus rounding the spine, tilting that pelvis floor, tilting the belly button down to face the sky. Take a full inhale in, and a long exhale out. And from here, slowly lift yourself up. Gentle bend in your knees. Place your hands behind your knees and hug the knees in for a moment. Plant the soles of the feet flat, hands by your side. And one more time, friends, we're gonna do windshield wiper here. A little side to side. It feels good to bring the inner thighs down, that internal rotation to counter the powerful work that you just did. And from here, go ahead and come on to the back to tabletop facing the front of your mat. And slide your knees behind you, and we're gonna come to lying down all the way down, down, down onto your stomach. And for a moment here, can you just stack your palms on top of each other, create a pillow for your forehead, and just come to a belly rest. Just resting here for a moment, allowing the body to realign. Notice how even here, when you breathe in, the belly presses down into the earth. And when you breathe out, it hugs back in towards you, almost that it's protecting you. An option to stay here in this belly resting pose, or maybe you come into a Sphinx pose, coming onto your elbows, palms flat, finding that 90-degree angle in the elbows, shoulders above elbows, and just palms open about shoulder distance, drawing the heart forward. And can you visualize your upper back, your spine, and the back of your skull? Can you visualize that there's a magnet pulling them back towards the back of the space, allowing the heart to open up even more as you shine your heart forward. Maybe bringing a gentle smile into your face. And studies have shown that when you smile, it signals to the brain to produce more positive thoughts. And the brain then signals to the heart to produce positive feelings. And so tapping into this body, that by moving your body in a certain way, by moving your mouth in a certain way, By moving your gaze in a certain way, you're changing the chemistry in your body. You're balancing your nervous system. And that leads to a completely different human experience. That's what we're learning here when we do these practices. This is yoga. It's way, way beyond than just a workout. It's a work-in, it's an inner journey. And from here, take a full inhale. And as you exhale, come back to that belly resting pose. Bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet up to face the sky. And you can either windshield wiper the legs a little side to side, or you can do an egg beater, just opening up the feet away from each other and then circling them back in, focusing on one direction. Now switch the direction to the opposite way. And slowly release the feet back down. And from here, we're just gonna flip over. So go ahead and flip onto your back. Take a moment and just hug your knees into your chest. Allow that lumbar spine to press into the earth, to feel supported, as if Mother Earth is telling you, I got your back. I got you. You are protected. You are held. Straighten the legs all the way down to the mat. Reach the arms up to the sky. Pause here for a moment. Go ahead and with your right hand, grab your left wrist and lift your chest just a tiny inch off the mat and tilt your upper body all the way to the right corner of the mat. And so this is coming into a version of banana asana. So instead of moving your feet all the way to the right corner of the mat, what we're going to do today is we're going to bend the left knee, bringing the sole of the left foot flat, and we're going to cross the left foot over the right thigh, kind of like what we did earlier in shoelace pose. And so feel the stretch in the left side of the body. Allow that left hip to ground into the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. And gently release that left leg straight down and come back to center. Release the arms all the way by your side. Take a moment and just feel the difference between the left side of the body and the right side of the body. And on an inhale, reach the arms up and over towards the back of the space. This time you grab a hold of the right wrist. On an inhale, you lift the torso up and you lean all the way to the left and you rest your head back down. Bending your right knee and crossing the right ankle over the left thigh. Noticing if there's any tension in the face, being mindful. face is the mirror of your soul. Can you make it gentle? Can you make it kind? And begin to uncross your legs and straighten that right leg. And bringing your torso back to center, releasing the hands all the way down. And before we come into Shavasana, our final pose, we're going to do one more breath practice. So option to stay right here as you are in Shavasana if this is more comfortable. Or coming into Baddha Supta Konasana, reclining butterfly pose, you bring the soles of the feet to connect and you open up the knees wide. Maybe even you grab your blocks and you place them underneath your knees for support. So really there's no effort in the body, the focus is just on the breath. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take a full inhale in. A long exhale out. Through the nose, inhale to the belly for 1, 2. Inhale to the ribs for 3, 4. Inhale to the chest for 5, 6. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Inhale belly, 1, 2, inhale ribs, 3, 4, inhale to the chest for 5, 6, exhale from top to bottom through the nose for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smooth inhale to the belly, 1, 2, ribs, 3, 4, chest, 5, 6. Long exhale through the nose, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale belly, 1, 2, ribs, 3, 4, chest, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale belly, 1, 2, ribs, 3, 4, chest, 5, 6. Exhale from top to bottom, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a gentle inhale through the nose and softly exhale through the mouth. Pausing for a few moments. Just feeling the echo of what you did in your body. That state of homeostasis, balance, centeredness. And only when you're feeling this way that you are able to attract, to manifest your dream life. And straighten your right leg. And straighten your left leg. Straighten your right arm. Straighten your left arm. Shavasana. And allow your next inhale to be a little fuller, and to exhale a little longer. Beginning to wiggle the toes and wiggling the fingers. Maybe shaking the head a little side to side, massaging the back of your skull. And hug your knees into your chest one last time, like you're saying thank you to your body. I love you. I am so grateful for this body. And slowly rolling on to one side into a fetal position, cradling the head for a moment. And planting your right hand slowly onto the earth, finding that support to come all the way up into an easy cross-legged seated position facing the front, floating the palms together to connect, just sealing in this practice. And we're going to seal the practice today with the sound of Om, that sacred sound of creation. Take a full inhale in. Gently bowing your chin to your chest. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be at peace. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Always an honor guiding you through your practice. Much love, much gratitude. Namaste. All right, beautiful souls. So today's practice is about manifestation, and I want to share with you some nuggets of wisdom as we advance in our practice together. I know we show up every Sunday, same place, same time, and we come together as a collective, right? And so we're not physically together, but what makes this community even more powerful is that we're actually placing our awareness in a collective energy together. So we're coming together on an energetic level, which is way more potent and powerful than on a physical level. We've all been physically in a place and we feel this disconnect with other people. But when we set our intentions and we rocket this power of manifestation, it's so powerful and so potent. And one of the key formulas to manifesting, and this is really, really important, so I hope you're paying attention. One of the key formulas to manifesting anything that you desire is this balance between commitment and detachment. So there's this dance between showing up and doing the work and setting your intentions and being laser focused, but at the same time, not being too attached, not grasping onto the outcome that you might miss out on what's better, what serves you in a highest way. And I will give you a concrete example how this looks like in our modern day-to-day life. And I'm going to use myself as an example. So last year I was supposed to host this yoga retreat in Greece, and it was supposed to be hosted in July of 2020. And a year prior, it took me 1 year to organize this retreat. I interviewed all the resorts in Greece and spoke to each and every resort manager to find the best possible location for me to host this retreat. And finally, I narrowed it down to one place. And then when I found the place, I started to work together from the back end to organize to find the best date, the best time, the best season, the high season from the low season. And once we finalized that and we finalized the date, then I wanted my
participants, my community, to have the best, more possible transformative experience. So I sat down for months and months to hash out a plan. For the theme of the retreat was manifest your dream life. So how can I walk these participants throughout the 7-day retreat? So by the end of this retreat, they are a super manifester. So I planned out the curriculum for each class, for each day, for each theme, for each Dharma talk, for each meditation. And I did so much work to plan out this retreat. And then finally, I worked with my team and we made the announcement and we launched the registration. And within 2 days, this retreat was completely sold out, which is unheard of in the yoga world. Great success, right? So I manifested this. I set my intentions and I did the work and I showed up and it was a success. But then life had a different plan. COVID happened and we had to cancel the retreat and then refund everybody their money. We refunded them 100% of their money. But, you know, that's the surrender part. I had to honor what was happening in this world. I had to honor things that are outside of my control. And I had to let go and fall into trust that maybe there's something better waiting for me. And so that didn't work out, even though I wanted to manifest it and I wanted for it to happen. It just didn't happen. And I surrendered and I honored that and I bowed to it. And just a few months ago, I went to Tulum, Mexico, just for a vacation, you know, a post-COVID vacation, and to write my book. And as I was there, I noticed that the energy there was just magical. Synchronicities were happening each moment. The energy was just so potent. And I knew that this was a very, very special place. And I decided to host a retreat in Tulum, and I wanted to bring my people and my participants to have the same experience, the magical experience that I'm having. So for Greece, it took a year of planning for that to happen. In Tulum, I found one resort and I talked to one person, and within 20 minutes, we finalized the retreat. I announced it 2 days later, and now it's 50% sold out. It's not completely sold out. So if you're interested in joining, you can go to my website and you'll find information there. But the moral of the story here, the teaching here, is really that when I was working really, really hard to manifest my retreat, and I was so focused on the outcome, it didn't work out. And when I surrendered, things happened for me. They came to me, and much better than the Greece retreat. Tulum is a magical place, and this resort is an all-inclusive resort. And it's not just one of those like party all-inclusive resorts. It's a wellness resort. So it's dedicated to well-being. It's a very spiritual sanctuary. They do fire ceremonies, sound baths, Reiki, and healing. And we're going to celebrate the New Year's there. So it's right at the New Year's to set an intention and start a fresh beginning. So I just wanted to share that story with you, that not to be too attached to an outcome when you're trying to manifest something, that you miss out on something even more magical and more special, that sometimes the universe has a better plan for you. And if you're not paying attention and you're too rigid on the outcome, you can miss out on that. I hope this helps. All right, everybody, I know we're a little bit above time, but I really wanted to share this experience with you. I know you've been practicing with me for a while, and I see some people, which resort. If you go to my website, yogimaha.com, you'll find all the information there. Krishna is like, you are amazing, all in caps. Thank you for sharing, helpful. I'm glad you guys found it helpful. Again, I'm going to try to read some of your comments here before I log off. Judy said, I can understand why it would be sold out. You're an amazing human being, Judy. This means so much to me. Thank you so much, so much. Coming from you, it means a lot. Thank you, Judy. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Brought relief to my body. Thank you, Maha. First time with you, and this was so right as I'm recovering from lower back injury. Beautiful, beautiful practice. Thank you so much. This was a wow, best practice ever. That's amazing. I started crying, such a release. Dara, oh, Dara, my love. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm always here for you. All right, beautiful souls. Again, thank you for everybody who love. Much gratitude. I'll see you guys next Sunday, same place, same time. Take care, everybody. Namaste.